Welcome to The Rundown, entertainment news and reactions by fans for fans. I'm your host, Tabitha Jordan, and joining me is Chris Fagan.
Hey guys, prepare yourself. Welcome to another episode of The Rundown. I'm so glad you're here. So thank you for joining us. We have another person.
Also joining us is Joy Fagan. Sorry, it's been a day. Hi guys.
So guys, like I said, it's been a day, but we're going to power through. We're just gonna get through a few things on the list here. We're gonna talk about a few things that's happened in the world of entertainment. But first, I want to remind you guys, if you don't mind, please remember to hit the like button, to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already become a subscriber, because like I always say, what the hell are you waiting for? We're going to be monitoring the chat room. And, I'm just going to be professional, just read right off the board right here, so I don't miss a beat right here. So comment to us in the chat room. Let us know what you think at all times on the topics that we're talking about. And if you want to support the channel, you can follow us on social media at T3 Media. T3 Medias, even though Amy Newman hates that S at the end. But, like I said, I did not know that the plural for media was media. But I know now. You can subscribe to our blog if you're a writer and want to contribute your own work. You can also hit us up for that. And follow us on our podcast if you have your favorite podcast of choice, if you don't have time to watch us live on YouTube. We are usually streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Today we're only streaming live on YouTube because my check bounced. So I'll get that squared away. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But before we get started, I want to point something out real quick to you guys. If you look to the left side of your screen or your mobile device or on your laptop, I want to point your attention to our goals. I put some goals right here. So tonight's goals I put are 10 new subscribers. So like I said, if you haven't become a subscriber already, please hit the subscribe button if you want to follow our reactions and all the crap that we talk about. Because, I'm not a funny person, but I think I'm funny. I mean, Joy thinks I'm funny sometimes, right, babe?
You're funny.
I put her on the spot. I made sure to put her on the screen when I said that shit. But let me go back to the goals real quick. So our goals are what? 10 new subscribers. I put the bar low because I have a punchable face. 20 likes. I'm going for 20 likes. And $50 in super chats because she doesn't want me to pay for her time here. But Tabitha, I'm giving you a gas card or something because you make me feel bad for not.
No.
So if you guys want to donate to Tabitha's gas card, there's the goal. All right. So let us know what you guys think at all time. Appreciate it. And before we get started, I wanted to talk about some things that, before the main topics, some quick things that I want to talk about, which were, let me pull my notes up. What was it? Okay. I want to dance with somebody. Have anybody heard about this?
No idea what you're talking about.
Whitney Houston has a new biopic coming out.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is this authorized or
This is a real biopic. Let me pull. See, now I got two Tabithas on the screen. Let me delete one. But Emily Amons goes, hot D, exclamation point. We're not there yet. But stay tuned for the hot D's coming a little bit later. That's our House of the Dragon conversation, the hot D portion of the show. But yeah, I want to dance with somebody is a thing. It is happening. So I wanted to get our reaction to it because it's just a quick little, I think it's a teaser. And let me pull it up right here. It's, Whitney Houston has a biopic. So how are you guys going to see it? That's the question, right?
Yeah,
that is the question. I moved the monitors. So we'll do it this way. Look, just come over here. Come to.
Okay.
We'll all squeeze in. We'll all squeeze in over here, and oh, you can see from over there.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, everybody's kind of off screen now, but we'll try to fix that. Let me see if I can get this fixed. Oh no, there's no way. Let me figure this out. How the hell was I supposed to do this? I moved the monitors. You're good. All right.
Do this.
All right, so let me know out there if you guys can hear.
Just gotta roll with it,
Can you guys hear this?
Yeah.
You guys can, but I'm talking about them. Oh, I got the sound coming from there. That's good.
Can't hear the trailer.
Can't hear the trailer. Let me see if I can fix that.
I can faintly hear it.
Yeah, sorry guys, there's a glitch that's blocking the sound for you guys. But we're gonna just give our quick reaction to it. I'll fix it later after the show for a separate video. Oh, I remember that night. Dance with somebody. All right, so yeah, sorry about the technical difficulties on the camera angles. I forgot that I moved the monitors around. You guys couldn't see shit. My bad. But overall, biopics are. I love biopics. I know there's a lot of people that don't really like biopics all that much, but I love them. And Whitney Houston, I feel like, is one that's way overdue. The only question I have is how are they gonna? I mean, with every biopic, you know, they always show the downfall. They show the bad stuff. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna get into the whole thing with Bobby Brown, the drug abuse and stuff like that. What about you? What do you think about the Whitney Houston trailer and the bio?
I'm definitely intrigued. So yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with it, and you know, it looks already like it's going to be fairly good.
Did you recognize the young lady who's playing Whitney Houston?
I mean, I know I've seen her somewhere, but.
Insecure. Her best friend?
Oh, okay.
I think that's her, yeah. If I'm not mistaken, that's from that TV show Insecure. I think it was HBO. It's on HBO Max. It's a show called Insecure. And it just ended. It had like, what, 4 seasons?
I saw it on there, and I hadn't.
It's Issa Rae.
Yeah. Is that her? Yeah. I think that's, and guys in the chat room, let me know if I'm right about that. I think that's the same young lady from Insecure. And if that's her, I think that's a good pick. Nixon B, back in the chat room again. I grew up singing Whitney. I'm gonna catch it. Yeah, a lot of us did. I think when Whitney did the cover to Dolly Parton's "I Will Always Love You,"
yes.
That was it. I mean, she was already a name before then, but after that was it. Everybody. She had everybody by then.
And I think that what's really cool is the biopic is we lived through those moments, and it'll be really cool to see that. You know.
Oh yeah, that's our generation right there.
It's like, we lived through that, so it's going to be exciting to see kind of, you know, reliving it in that sense, the nostalgia behind it all. And so I'm pretty excited about that. But.
Yeah, let's see if I missed anything. I was walking around my neighborhood and came across Crowbar. I think we're talking about something else.
I think it's from a chat.
She was doing a joke.
Oh, okay. Oh, you know what we haven't done in a while? The jokes, those lame ass jokes that you used to bring to the table.
I've never seen so many drunk birds in my whole life. It's a crowbar.
Lame. Okay, all right. Real quick, let's go on. Run down to the next thing. There was something mother whose son. So well, damn it! I can't really show because I can't show it because I can't have you guys see it. I gotta set up another monitor, so we're gonna have to figure something else out with that. Unless maybe I can project it to the back TV. Maybe we could do it that way. No way nobody have to really move. But here's something that. Okay, so here's a meme that I came across. I know you guys won't be able to really see it without moving your neck. So let me see if I can show you guys out there. Let me do this. So Guys, I saw this meme. It was for Nick Cannon. Not Nick Cannon. Sorry, I'm off topic. It was about The Little Mermaid. I know we talked about that before.
Yeah.
But you guys quickly come over here and check this out. So I saw this on Facebook. Cordiano Richards, he pointed out all the times that white people have played people of color and nobody batted an eye. And then when a white person is played by a black person, people freak out. But look what the caption said. If Nemo was an African American, would he have even been searched for? And I'm sorry, I thought that was funny as hell. I was like, that was to me. If Nemo was black, would they even look for him? It's so many people outraged by Disney having another African American princess. If Nemo was African American, would he have even been searched for? I'm like, yeah, he's not wrong. Oh, but I just thought that was funny. All right, so that was real quick. There was other things that I had want to talk about off the top before we get into the topics real quick. Nick Cannon has another baby on the way, baby number 9.
Oh my gosh.
So
he's admitted he does it on. It's not like
he does it on purpose. Is that what you're about to say?
Yeah.
Like
he wants as many children as he can possibly get. So it's not like a oops,
I did it again.
Or this was just a little fling and I didn't know it was going to happen. No, he purposefully wants as large a family as possible.
Look, he's taking care of them. I don't see the problem.
Well, that's what somebody else said, and I find it
different, like multiple different women.
Yeah, and that's what somebody else said. Like, because he has the money to do it. I'm gonna say this. I know a lot of people want to have a large. That's fine. I don't. But it's like it feels like his mentality is that I just hate rubbers and I love kids. You know, that's fine. That's fine. But somebody in what was it that I saw this on Instagram in the comments section was like, well, if he has the money, what is anybody worried about it?
These are with multiple different women.
And that's the problem that
and the fact that he's also got a career on screen, so that means not only is his time already taken because he's on camera constantly.
That's what somebody said.
The little bit of time he has free has to be divided between 5, 6, 7 different
baby mamas and kids and things like that, and his career and his. That's what somebody else in the comment section said as well. What kind of quality time are you spending with your children though? Because you are everywhere. He's like the new Ryan Seacrest. He's all over the place.
Nobody cares about that when it's
celebrities.
Nobody cares about that when they're like the only reason that is even being discussed about him spending so little time with his children is because he's a celebrity. Nobody cares about Joe Blow down there who's got 12 kids and works all the time to support all those kids.
Well, and
I'll say the same thing.
Frankly, also on top of that is the fact that he's a man. If it was a woman who was like, I just love having kids. I have 10 and I'm rich. I have people to watch them while I'm doing my stuff. People would be like, wow, what kind of mom are you?
Oh yeah, they would totally be shamed. I don't think they should.
Your kid. You're
Well,
not doing anything for
I get
them.
shamed
You're not
for
being
working a normal job.
I don't deny that, but there's another thing that also is on his shoulders as well: the stigma of a black man having so many kids with different women. I was thinking about this earlier. I mean, look, Nick, you can have as many kids as you want. That's fine. You can take care of them financially. That's fine. But I feel like that person who made that comment about quality time had a valid point. Because you're really, right now, this is not the Nick Cannon who was in that remake of Can't Buy Me Love back in the early 2000s, making, semi, B-movie money. Now he's on his Ryan Seacrest path, and he's like The Rock working nonstop. So the stigma of a black man having multiple children with multiple women, that's still there, no matter if he can afford it or not. And then the mentality of I just love to just have unprotected sex all the time. I'm like, what is he doing? Like what happens if, God forbid, something happens to his career and he's not making that much money anymore, and then and we've seen it before. There's a lot of these celebrities that have to refile because they can't afford all this child support. Why are you already have your legacy and whatnot? You already have all these kids and things like that. So I thought about that. Then I stopped myself and I thought about this. You got 9 kids, and you got a foundation, and you got a legacy. he's 9 kids is a lot. You got a Michael and a Janet in there somewhere. So I'm thinking, even if the worst happens to Nick Cannon,
the kids are good.
you got a legacy. They got a history. They got a name now. The Cannon name.
They're also with Mariah Carey.
Exactly. You got a Michael the difference between the Jacksons and the Cannons is, I mean, they were all, with the same mom and things like that. It was more focused. But you got multiple baby moms with their own agendas and their own ways of raising children and things like that. So things are kind of all, like I said, maybe everybody's friends and maybe everything's all copacetic. But 9 is a lot, so the chances are that there's a Michael and a Janet in there somewhere. It's good. So I think maybe they're football players. Maybe there's a singer in there. Mariah Carey.
It's technically 10 because he had one that passed away.
Yeah.
That's right. That's correct.
There's a canon legacy right there. So maybe this isn't the Hemsworths. Maybe this isn't the Jacksons. But the Cannons. Like you bringing up Mariah makes a lot of sense. So maybe it'll be all good. But maybe this is a retirement plan that he's working on.
Somebody's gonna take care of him.
Somebody, he's fine. Nick is fine.
And all his kids will be fighting over
His estate and stuff like that.
Lots of people taking care of him.
Yeah, he's gonna be. So at the same time, maybe I should stop. We should stop judging. Maybe he's probably, maybe this is his master plan.
but you also have a good chance of one of them being a serial killer.
Do they though? I mean, they are black, so do it though? No. Maybe Mariah's crazy. No, I'm gonna stop. Allegedly, no, I'm gonna stop before she sues me because Nicki Minaj just sued a YouTuber. So we better be nice to these celebrities. I ain't going crazy anymore. Yeah, there's a YouTuber out there that's just being sued. I'm not even gonna go there with celebrities anymore. But that was just all right off the top. But let's get into the first actual main topic of the week, which is, who wants to read it out for me? Anybody want to help me out?
Sure, why not?
She's like, sure, why not?
First up is She-Hulk. Spoiler alert for those who have yet to watch She-Hulk episode 5, which just dropped last night, called Mean, Green, and Straight Poured Into These Jeans. She-Hulk discovers Titania owns the name She-Hulk and is suing her for trademark infringement. This episode did not do much to move the overall plot forward, but what did you think about Titania, the drip broker, and the reveal at the end?
And the things we're about to run down on this are, I'm going to run down like what stood out, pros and cons, and expectations. So who wants? You saw like part of it, but I'll be honest with you guys. This episode, even though to me it was a good episode, it didn't move much forward. So even though I know you didn't, you were working at the same time while Joy, I'm talking to, and Joy was working while I was trying to show her the episode. But it wasn't much that you missed if you missed it. This is an episode you could have skipped but at the same time you would have skipped a very funny episode in my opinion.
It was funny, but did I miss the kid that came in that was selling the Titania She-Hulk stuff?
That was She-Hulk's cousin, crazy cousin from episode 1.
Okay. I just must have not remembered her. Right? I think I got so distracted.
I was wondering why it took so long for us to see him again, because he was funny.
He came out of nowhere.
Yeah, just walked in her. Yeah, she said, "Why are you walking in?" I'm like,
I really forgot about that.
Yeah.
In the first episode, but okay, because I knew I was missing it. I was like, "Where the hell did he come from?"
Yeah, that was her cousin, right? It was cousin, right? Yeah.
It just seemed so weirdly out of place for the episode. So that's the part I was just.
Because he was trying to sell merch that they thought it was her.
He thought it was hers, and she was like, "No, that's not me."
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. He just felt odd. It just felt like an odd placement, and yeah.
I like the way he tried to mansplain trademark to a lawyer. I thought that was hilarious. You do like straight up looked her right in the eye and was like, "You do know that if you don't trademark it first, legally." Oh, it brought so many flashbacks about. There was a person in my life who doesn't know anything about real estate. I'm a real estate broker, and tried to tell me about real estate. Get the out of here with that, right? That's how it pissed me off. But I thought it was funny. So
the parts, and they did that. If you notice, that was sort of like a theme throughout the episode, she was getting so much shit for not having thought of this or considered this or tried to do this and not have this problem. Like, she didn't name herself, but
Yeah, she didn't want the name, right?
She had, when they were talking about her, that's what they called her. So she had to take it, like, and they even showed the proof of that and all that good stuff. But then to think that she would have had to trademark it was, in my mind, I would have never thought about that.
Cross your mind, like, oh, I better trademark my name.
Right.
Because she wasn't wanting to be famous. That's not on the forefront of her mind. She just happens to be because,
being like, stop talking. That's not.
Yeah.
What about you, Joe? What stood out to you the most from this episode? I gotta fix that.
I mean, I saw the last half. I know you pointed out the guy who makes the suits.
The drip broker.
Yeah.
And spoilers, guys, if you haven't seen it, by the way.
He's also on the other show that we watch, and we really like him.
The flight attendant, yeah. When I saw him come up on screen, the drip broker, I immediately paused it and I was, bang, look who it is. It's your boy. And then Joy immediately was like, oh, she instantly stopped working. She was saving some patient's life and like, they can wait. And she's a nurse. And but almost the same character that he plays on the flight attendant, but now he's like in fashion and he does all the fashion or the wardrobes for.
Reminded me of, like, his character reminded me of the Incredibles woman.
Yes.
I was like, this feels very familiar. Like,
there's no capes. What else stood out to you guys? Any or do you want to move out to?
Well, did you notice about the shoe thing that they kind of showed, what's his butt was all about the sneaker. He's a sneaker.
What's his name? Pug or something like that? Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Sneakerhead. But they showed, and Ashley actually brought it up, showed me the meme and stuff that's going around where you notice that there are Avenger and.
I heard about that. There were Avenger shoes. There was an Iron Man brand or something like that.
And like it's all the sneakers that was like a sign for it to.
There was also I was told that there was also an X-Men shoe.
Yes, there was X-Men and.
I was doing the show notes, so I didn't notice any of it.
Cyclops.
Yeah, I heard that Cyclops was in there.
I just lost his name. The Rock dude.
The Rock. The Thing from the Fantastic Four?
Thing, yes, thank you. Was there.
Oh, which I'm gonna just count as just Easter eggs, just for fan service. Not that the Fantastic Four or the X-Men are already in the universe or anything like that. That was probably just for our benefit. What do you guys think about that in the comment section? Let us know because, like I said, we're still monitoring the chat room.
Thank you. Someone said they liked my new hair.
Okay. Anyway, no. Who's that? Sarah? Loves sneakers, but wasn't super into those. Oh, that's Sarah Catherine. The Red. By the way, guys, me and Sarah will be doing a Rundown Rush again tomorrow. So on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we do the Rundown Rush. But on Thursdays, it's the 18th. She's gonna get. Sarah's fine. She's fine. She's fine. She knows I joke. She's gonna get me for that one though. Any cons? Anything that anything you want that you did not like about this episode?
The one I was mentioning earlier with the cousin that came in randomly.
You didn't like.
I didn't like the way
you didn't remember him.
Like it just felt like
the fact that he was trying to get her to sign merch that he thought was already hers.
That didn't bother me. It was just the placement of it. I don't know. It felt like he came out of nowhere and it didn't flow in with the storyline, and it felt abrupt. And so I didn't like. It just felt odd.
I liked the cons that I had on here were the beginning of the show, and I got the GIF up there on the top corner. I don't know if you guys can see it over here. I got the Titania opening up scene when she went, She-Hulk by Titania. Thank you. And I thought that was funny. So Jennifer misread the friend thing with her own lawyer. She thought that they were friends now, and I was like, oh no, you misread that. But then I think her awkwardness, then they now will be friends. I thought that was kind of funny.
I liked them together. I thought they were. Oh.
Is Tabitha's?
I don't know if she's turned down or.
you know what? You guys won't. You guys couldn't hear neither one of them. You just who said that?
Sarah
Nixon. Thank you. Last time she didn't pipe up and say if anybody's mic was down. This time you
no, Sarah is the one who caught it first.
Was it Sarah? Oh, okay.
She said, I can't hear Tabitha.
Sarah. Nixon, you are off your game tonight. No, it's my fault. No, it's my fault, guys. I had their mics turned down when I did the mic test, so sorry about that.
He just wants to be heard, just him.
Yeah, okay. I'm the whole damn show.
Yeah, it's all about you, man. We get it.
It's all about you. It's all about me. When the guys were in the when the guys were in the courtroom, when she had to do her defense.
I love how they all just suddenly were like, "Oh yeah, she was just really into herself," and they're just.
Yeah.
Let's not own up to anything either. We're going to act like we were the greatest guys on the planet and just be like, oh, yeah, she was really awful. But,
I don't know what happened. Deleted.
That was just such the... it was so frustrating to, like, watch, too.
She's just sitting there like...
And the guy, like, really saying, like, he didn't like her and only liked She-Hulk. Mm-hmm. I was like, that's cruel. I mean...
Exactly.
Come on. Ugh.
And I should have had it planned the whole time. I don't know what something glitched. I don't know why it glitched there. I just saw the courtroom scene where all the guys were in there. The funny thing about that scene, the guy that she went on the date with first, his name is David Otunga. He used to be married to Jennifer Hudson, and he was the smug and like remember you saw the scene where he hollered at Titania and she was like, fine, you can go buy me things, and they, they're probably gonna, they're gonna do their thing. They're perfect for each other. The funny thing about that actor, and I'm surprised they did not, and I told Joy about this. I'm surprised they did not incorporate this in the show, but I'm not surprised that he was cast. He's a wrestler. That first guy, that first date that she went on, that guy that went with Titania, he is a wrestler, a former wrestler.
Okay.
He's the ex-husband of Jennifer Hudson. And in real life, he is a lawyer. Oh. He has a law degree.
And what though? And from where?
I don't know. But that was his wrestling gimmick. That he was, and when you looked him up, it was true. He is a real life lawyer. He passed the bar. Okay. Maybe he's a contract lawyer. Maybe he's a pet lawyer. Maybe he's an ambulance chaser. Maybe he's the origins of Better Call Saul. I don't know. But I'm sure he brought it up when he was auditioning. And he was like, you guys know I'm a lawyer, right? And he was like, all right, well, in this show you're not. But I thought it was something that they could have incorporated in the show. But the whole thing that at the very end, and I got it hit right here on the screen, the helmet, where it showed at the very end. It wasn't an end credit scene. It was a before the credits roll scene.
They didn't have an end credit scene.
Yeah, they didn't have an end credit. It kind of did. That last scene would have been an end credit scene, but they decided to make it a part of the show and not throw it after the credits for some weird reason. But the helmet of Daredevil, which we'll lead on to. And guys, let me know if the sound is better. I just turned it up for...
She said it was.
Yeah, okay. Mi culpa. That's Spanish for I'm sorry. Right? Mi culpa? That's my bad in Spanish. Okay.
I'm about to say, I don't think that's I'm sorry, but...
Yeah, it's my bad. But Daredevil. So I'm sure that next week we're going to get Daredevil. You excited about that? You're looking forward to?
I got really excited when I saw that scene. I was like, all right, this is interesting.
I'm calling out my people here.
Charlie Cox hanging out with the Drip Broker. That's weird. Because in the Netflix version, it was like some underground grizzled dude making suits for everybody and for the Kingpin and stuff. And from that to that just lets you know that this is a different Daredevil. I'm like, now I'm hanging with the Drip Broker. It's just weird.
Nixon said, did we touch on how the trademark is a deep cut because they wouldn't have She-Hulk if it wasn't for the Incredible Hulk lawsuit?
Yeah, that was brought up on the John Campea show. I heard about that. So the reason why the She-Hulk even exists was because of when was it on Fox? I think it was the TV show, the NBC TV show of the.
We're talking about in real life.
In this, the '70s TV show, they were going to introduce a spinoff for the TV show. For that old 70s TV show with Lou Ferrigno and all that, and they were going to introduce a She-Hulk. But if the TV network would have done it first for their Marvel, I mean, it's like, dude, this Hulk is based on our comic books. You can't just take it. But there was like some kind of legal loophole where they could have made their own spinoff because they had the rights to the TV rights or whatever. So Marvel beat them to it by introducing She-Hulk in the comic book first, so they wouldn't be able to make their spinoff without Marvel's permission. That was why She-Hulk was invented, because NBC or whatever network was showing the original TV series. They were going to do it. They were going to do a spinoff, and Marvel beat them to it by making a comic book. So yeah. Thanks for bringing that up. Yeah, that's
fascinating story.
And it was a whole legal thing. That's probably why they made her a lawyer and said like, yeah, come at us if you want, or you know. But
I did not know that part.
Yeah, I didn't know it either until I saw it on the John Campea show. So
that's awesome.
So thanks, legal team, for. but I love this episode. I like the. I felt like this was a good episode for the side characters, like her assistant, her paralegal, Pug, the other guy. I thought that dynamic between them two was funny when they went to go to to find the drip broker. What was it? The Avengers?
The Avengers and
the bootleg T-shirts of those aren't the Avengers. They're the Avengers or something like. I think that joke was brilliant because it also means that even bootleggers won't be able to do their thing because Disney has the copyrights for the bootlegs now.
Yeah,
so
now they do.
It was pretty funny. So I thought for the side characters, for the bringing back the guys from The Date, thought that was good. Like I said, the episode didn't really move anything forward, but
it was still a fun episode.
It was a fun episode. It did not continue my trend of funniest episode.
You are correct on that.
It did not. It did not. This is gonna go.
We thought you were gonna say it every time.
I thought so too. I kind of demanded it.
Yeah.
But as far as I thought it did Titania justice because I didn't think she was well represented in the first episode. I thought it did all the side characters more justice. But as far as She-Hulk herself, she didn't really do much. Everybody else did.
She's just going to get a really cool suit, and then he made her something extra. So now I'm just waiting for that.
Yeah. So, but overall, I guess I'll share your thoughts on it. Let us know what you guys think. We're going to move on to the next topic. So let's talk about that hot D that we love talking about. You know, everybody wants that hotness. Tabitha.
Yes, sir.
If you do not mind, what is the next topic of the week?
My favorite, the hot D.
The hot D. Yeah. Expert, huh?
Tits and dragons.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Tits and dragons.
Yes.
So
all right. After conquering all but 2 of the islands, Daemon declares himself king of Stepstones and the Narrow Sea, being crowned by, is it Corlys? Is that how I don't remember how they said it.
Sure.
Yeah, Corlys the Sea Snake. This was officially an episode worthy of the name Hot D, with multiple scenes of people knocking boots with at least one queen, definitely faking it for her king. Here's what we're going to run down on the latest episode of House of the Dragons, episode 4 called King of the Narrow Sea.
We're going to run down, once again, we're going to talk about what stood out, the pros and cons.
See, I don't know these names, but Nixon says Sir Kristen was serving the hot
D.
Who was serving the hot D?
Sir
Kristen.
Is that the king? Is that the name of the?
I don't watch this, so.
No, her bodyguard.
Oh yes, the princess's bodyguard. Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. Look. Okay, so there was a scene where let me put us all back up on the screen because Joy doesn't watch Hot D. She has Hot D. Anyway.
Oh, Lord
who said that? Did I? Joy? God, keep it in your pants, lady. Look. So there was a scene where the princess and her uncle like escaped from the castle. They went out to the people, and no, that was a good scene because she got to see what the people really thought about her.
Was it a good scene?
It got very good at one part, and then it got very weird.
It got really weird.
They got dressed all incognito. They went out and they saw there was a play where there was they were making fun of her being the heir if the king ever dies, and like, do we really want the kingdom to be ran by a girl? Is she up for the child? And she tried to throw it off like, I don't care what they think, and her uncle was pretty wise, like, you better care what these people think. They're your subjects, and then uncle decided to take little niece to a brothel.
Yeah.
I didn't think anything of it at first.
At first, I didn't think that it was going to lead that way. I just thought
he was just like, here, go have. I thought he was going to be like, yeah, go have your fun. I'm going to be over here.
And then, you got just a little further in. I was like, oh.
No, he got a little further in, all right.
And then I was like, this is going somewhere else. This is turning. It's turned.
It has turned. Yeah.
And I'm over there going, oh my God.
It got so weird.
But it's so normal for that family.
I was gonna say, those times.
That's the crazy part, because back you got to think of the times and think of kind of what they did with the whole bloodline crap and the whole. Granted, this is all make believe, so someone has thought this part up, but it is relevant to history and how they worked back then as well, and it wasn't uncommon.
Yeah, I mean, even in Game of Thrones, the breaker of chains, what's her name? Her brother was like, "We'll get married," and so I mean, and we know what the Lannister brother and sister were doing too.
I like it a lot.
So it's like, why was I so surprised when the uncle? I just didn't think that was the tension that I was seeing. I just thought it was about a mutual respect, that he saw her as his equal, maybe mentally. But then I'm like, well, then damn. I mean, this is the medieval times and stuff. Why wouldn't he go? Maybe that I was misreading it as like a respect and a respect and a love for his niece. I misread it that he really loves his niece. I'm like, and what threw me off was she feels the same way.
So here's also my worry is I'm worried Daemon's using it as a way
to manipulate her?
To manipulate, not even so much manipulate, but get on the seat for
Oh,
him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is all about the game.
That, it's hard to believe that it's, as an uncle, I truly thought that he really cared for her. But, taking this to the next step of, them having some sort of romanticized interaction, I'm going, okay, well, is this him just trying to work the system to get what he wants as being the heir? So
a lot of conversation.
Oh yeah, what are they saying? Let's go into the chats real quick, because I know you guys really want to talk about this.
See, Nixon's Daemon wants the throne. Yeah.
He just wants the throne, but at the same time, and maybe that's why he hesitated. He felt like he didn't want to go that far for it.
Yeah.
But the sick and weird thing about it is you awakened something in your niece.
Yeah, she's now ready to go. She's like, WTF, let's do it.
Uncle Dad.
It says
no Uncle Daddies.
You and Sarah started that Bat Daddy thing, and now she hates it. Sarah, if you're still there.
Someone says if he cared for her, he would have finished. I'm just saying.
Damn straight.
Because this is what he did technically. He
gave her blue balls, and now she's going crazy.
Yeah, she didn't go crazy. She went home and went straight for her bodyguard and unleashed it on him.
There had already been some tension there, and so she's like, "Let's do it."
But it's what I looked up or what I heard from other fans was that's illegal. That's against the rules. She is supposed to be untouched.
Oh yeah,
and especially from a commoner, I'm like, no, what? She's supposed to be untouched until marriage. So it was bad enough that her uncle was doing it and they weren't married. But then if the help, but here's the bad thing about it. What was he supposed to do in that situation? You say no to her, she can get mad and have you killed for any little stupid reason. You say yes, and the king finds out.
Yeah, this was a common occurrence back in the day.
Yeah, so he did what he had to do. So you might as well do it. If I'm going to get beheaded for it, I might as well get the benefit of.
He wasn't suffering. You could tell. He was like, "Do I want it? Yes, I do. Do I want
it?
Yes, I do."
No,
that is. No, he would look out. He's like, "Oh no, I want it."
Do not let this lady.
He has been lusting over her for episodes.
Do not look at me, people. Look at me.
Don't look at him. See, he's still looking.
Remember, guys, we're trying to get a $50 super chat goal right here. So donate, help us out, guys. Donate in the chat room, and you will definitely read your comments then. But look at me. He was a victim of that was technically SA. I'm sorry. She used her power.
Uh-huh.
He didn't want to do that, but he could not. He was in a vulnerable position where he could not say no to her. She is Harvey Weinstein. She's Harvey Weinstein.
He was asking for it wearing what he was wearing.
Oh, wow.
If he didn't want to be taken advantage of, he shouldn't have been wearing all that sexy armor.
I'm not putting you on the stand. I'm not gonna ask you to be a character witness. I saw another episode of Simpsons where the client was too liberal with his words, and his lawyer was like, I'm putting you on the stand. I'm like, no.
I mean, do you didn't feel like you've heard that before?
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, that's true. That's fair enough. I mean, guys, look, that whole thing was effed up. But look,
even the people say I got you.
Look, it's wow. So when it's a guy, it's like. He was asking for wearing that tight armor. Could you imagine those princesses at catcalling that had to be uncomfortable? Walking by, and you just finished those jousting sessions and stuff, and the princess is like,
sweaty.
"Hey, Lancelot, hey, yeah, that's a nice little jockstrap you got there, huh? Yeah, what size is that?" Wow.
So funny.
Nobody has his back, I guess. Yeah, so when he
was asking for it.
So when the king finds out that he deflowered his princess,
well, he thinks his brother did it.
that's the only thing keeping him alive.
Yeah, so technically she's just whored now.
And then at the end, when she had that conversation with the father, and she stood her ground. She went with the lie as long as she could, but then she was straight up with it. They went back and forth, but at the very end, when that man came into the princess's room with that elixir, that tea, and said, it was pretty much, we're not accusing you of anything, but if there's a chance that you may be, deflowered or whatever, and what comes with the risk comes with that. If you drink this elixir, it can handle all that tea that she was given was a test. Because if you didn't do anything, you don't need the tea. Yeah. But if there is a chance, and if this cup is empty tomorrow, we know you did it. The king is like, you're my heir. I gotta protect you. I'm not gonna blow up the spot. But the king is not stupid. That was a power play. He knows the truth. He knows what happened, and this is his way of proving it.
The problem is she didn't have sex with who he thinks she had.
But she knows that he had sex.
But she had sex. So it's going to be whether her dad actually believes that it's not his brother and that it's like there's a misinformation. I'm curious how it's going to play out.
The uncle might as well have did it now because he's going to totally be blamed for it. He's on thin ice already.
So she doesn't.
Says, I bet the king didn't send it.
Who do you think sent it? Oh, that's
a good. I think the king sent that tea. No, I think that was from the king. I think the guy even said it, right?
No, he did say it was from the king.
Because only a few people. The hand of the king. The hand of the king.
Yeah.
Might have, but wouldn't that? Why would a former hand of the king help the princess? Wouldn't that? Or this is a plot to prove that she's not worthy to be an heir. If she drinks it, she then proves that she did it, which means that she's not worthy to be an heir, and the hand of the king's grandson can then become the new heir. That might be
could be a really good play.
I figured it out all by myself.
I don't think that's accurate. I'm pretty sure it's in text.
Nixon figured it out. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nixon figured it out. Okay, I think I figured it out. I
Sometimes you gotta let them have it. It's okay.
It's my show. I'll shut this whole fucking thing down if you don't let me.
Turn the car around, y'all.
I'm gonna no McDonald's for you. I will drive by, like if with my kids you ask for McDonald's and then if you piss me off, I will purposely drive by every McDonald's that I see on the road and not stop.
So cruel.
That's how you do it.
I'm going to bring the McDonald's every time.
All right. Guys, let us know what you guys thought about. Oh, one last thing. The beginning of the show. I think I showed you that scene. The boy that was trying to be one of the the guys that to
Oh
convince the
yeah.
princess.
The
And then
little-
that fight that broke out between.
and then he killed him.
That scene was funny as hell. The little
was
guy.
like-
The little guy was like, because at first he got bitch slapped.
Oh yeah.
And it looked like, oh, that little kid's about to get killed. But then
He busted it out.
They said he comes from a line of warriors.
They did.
That little fucker was not fucking around.
He was not.
I wouldn't have been surprised. I thought the princess would have. I thought when she turned around, I was like, maybe I should have hollered at her. I don't know.
Have you not noticed though that they've set her up as this like she doesn't really want the whole marriage thing and she doesn't like that time being spent on it, but they also set her up to be this super sensitive person with the animals and her mercy. So I don't think that she, like her not wanting to go on the hunt, I don't think that she likes the necessary like blood, gore, kill, harshness that tends to be surrounded in her environment.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's interesting how she's going to play out with, because it's going to be super gory and trauma filled with death.
Nixon says there's a theory that Otto Hightower has been poisoning the king, and that's why he hasn't healed.
Oh.
Ooh. And no spoilers for the people who've read the books and stuff like that. Please don't spoil it because that theory tracks. That theory does track. I buy that. It makes sense. And the fact that he is no longer the hand of the king now, I think he demoted him. I think in the last episode. Maybe he'll start to get better. Cause he's a shady dude.
He is. He's like the
I mean,
person.
he's looking out for his own daughter.
Yeah. He's like that character. You're just like, ugh, I don't like you. So he's doing his job well, but yeah, I just don't like him.
He's the equivalent of the Lannisters.
Yeah,
it feels
just
like this time.
grimy and sneaky, and I just, no, I don't like him. I feel dirty every time I have to see him on screen.
I'm sorry, I was thinking about Uncle Niece.
Stop,
Again.
Uncle Niece.
That was ridiculously crazy.
It really was.
I could not believe that went there. Guys, let us know what you guys think about any further thoughts we got. So, here's Nixon B. I won't spoil it for y'all. Whatever you do, never rewatch Dance of the Dragon episode of. Never rewatch Dance of the Dragon. What happened in
Episode of
Game of Thrones. It's an episode of Game of Thrones. I would have to go and look. I don't know the
remember-
episodes by name.
What happened.
It's too many.
I don't remember what happened in Dance of the Dragon.
Well, now I'm gonna go do it.
I have to take your word for it. As far as what orgies or the
curious now.
sister brother love that was probably happening there.
Sister brother love.
It was crazy. Let us know what you guys think about Hot D episode. What was it? 4? Episode 5?
Episode 4. Hot D.
Of Hot D, man. House of the Dragons. Babe, when are you gonna start watching that Hot D? When are you gonna take a chance on the Hot D with me?
Think about it.
Oh, that did not sound right at all.
Uh-huh.
When are you gonna take a chance on that Hot D with me?
Yeah.
Come down on this Hot D with me.
You don't know his life.
You don't know my life.
Yeah,
You don't know what I like. All right, guys. Let us know what you guys think about that, and we'll just keep talking. Okay. Moving on to the next topic.
Topic 3.
Topic 3. You want me to take this one? Okay, I'll take it. I'll take this one. So, guys, recently, there was a lot of backlash from the fans of the Academy Awards and Abbott Elementary when Jimmy Kimmel pretended to be too drunk to present for the award that was won by, Quinta Brunson for Best Writing in a Comedy Series after his recent loss in another category. Jimmy then had Quinta on his show to apologize to her in person. Quinta Benson accepted his apology, and they both joked about how she won an award, her first time being nominated, that Jimmy has yet to win after multiple nominations. For those of you watching live, share your thoughts as well as if you have any new details on this topic. Send them in right now or in the comment section for us to discuss in another episode. So, guys, what happened at the Emmys was basically, just like I said, Jimmy Kimmel was supposed to present for best writer in a comedy series, and Quinta Brunson, the writer and actress from Abbott Elementary, she won, and there was a lot of big wins for Abbott Elementary. That speech that what was the other lady who won for best supporting actress.
Cheryl Lee Ralph.
Yeah, she sung her acceptance speech, and that was one of the best. I thought Lizzo gave a great speech. Cheryl crushed that, but it was once again a situation where it felt like the backlash was like Jimmy Kimmel was taking the shine away from a black woman winning an award. You know, when it happens so rarely. So like, you give her time to have her moment, but then. And there was a lot of backlash on it. He apologized, and he later had her on his show. So, guys, did anybody here besides I didn't watch the Emmys. I tracked it a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't watch the full thing, but I went and looked at some things.
I saw little clips.
Yeah.
I didn't see that clip though.
I saw it, and then I watched the clip of his apology and got all that down. But I was really frustrated by the joke, and I agree with just. Let people have their time to accept, and not everything has to be a joke. It's not your time.
Yeah.
I get all of that. And because I'm a person that needs to give credit where credit is due, I appreciated him actually apologizing to her in person in front of everyone, just because it's easy to just go on social and make a statement or a tweet and just have a statement out there. Whereas he apologized, and then he even started to screw up apologizing by saying I'm sorry if I made you feel this way sort of thing. That wasn't my intent sort of wording, but it was almost not claiming his actions part of it.
I think he self-corrected right on the spot.
He self-corrected right on the spot, and I was like, good. Good on you for that.
It was like, I'm sorry if I made you feel
that way.
No, I did do that thing.
Exactly.
So yeah, he self-corrected right on the spot. And I remember thinking about that.
I really liked that owning of, all right, yep, I'm doing this wrong again. Here's me needing to make a correction for my behavior on the spot because I'm screwing up again. Right. So for me, that made it feel really legit. Like he's really trying to, he realized he made a mistake. Yeah. People make mistakes, I get that part. And he's really trying to make it right in any way that he can for the people to see, because he also made the mistake in front of everybody.
Right.
So,
what about you, baby? Anything that you saw or... And guys in the chat room, if you have any other things you want to add, let us know in the chat room.
I didn't.
You didn't see it? You didn't catch the apology or anything like that?
But, I mean, I'm glad that he apologized.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good for him to do so. The people that were in the category, Abbott Elementary, Barry was nominated. We see here Alec Bird as Bill Hader. Hack, a show I haven't watched yet, but that was nominated, and Only Murders in the Building, and Abbott Elementary, and Ted Lasso. I'm sorry, but Abbott Elementary was the one who won, and also What We Do in the Shadows was nominated as well. But I mean, basically, he thought he was just doing a bit. He was just trying to be funny. Like the whole joke was just before that announcement for that category, he was up for another award and he lost. So he pretended that he got blackout drunk, and that's why he couldn't present for that award. That was the whole joke. But she didn't know.
Yeah.
I think it's best when maybe he didn't have time. Maybe he thought about this joke on the spot, but it would have been better if she was in on it.
Yeah, abso-freaking-lutely. And I will say, as Nixon pointed this out too, she handled that incredibly well, like with the utmost grace.
That was the reason why I made this the main category, because I was yesterday the reports that was coming to me was she was upset. Mm-hmm. Like I'm seeing later she accepted his apology, but in the moment,
during her saying her interview, she was saying that she was so caught up, and I loved how she kept putting the focus back to her. She was like, well, I was so caught up on this moment of winning that I just didn't register anything bad happening.
Which is likely the real story. People were probably just, the clickbaity thing where it's like, oh, she had, because if it would have been me, I would have been blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So, but all the reports was she was upset. Maybe she was, but she handled it professionally. Yes. She went on the Jimmy Kimmel show. She accepted the apology, and this is only going to make her look better in the future. She's gonna be the new, what's her name that created Bridgerton and all that and stuff like that. Shonda, she could be the new Shonda Rhimes. She writes this show. She's not just an actress. She created this show. So with the way she accepted the Emmy, the way she handled that quote unquote scandal, she's gonna get more work. Other networks are definitely gonna be hitting her up now.
She definitely showed her professionalism.
She showed her professionalism. So this. In a way, Kimmel probably did her a solid on this because he's already established. Ain't nothing gonna happen to him really. He would have to do way more than this. This
but
backlash.
He still owned it.
Owning
it. It felt like that may have been in it.
I'm not saying it was just organized. I'm just saying that it's gonna benefit her.
I'm hoping it benefits her because she had to go through something she shouldn't have had to go through, so she should get some benefit out of it.
You know what's Taylor Swift?
Oh yeah,
with Kanye West. I felt bad for Beyonce that night too. That was twice that night. That's something
and
bad.
so what's the difference between those two situations? Kanye was a what about everything afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. And that was during those years, Taylor Swift was just introducing herself to the MTV world because she first started with country music, and she was introducing herself to the pop and MTV world. And Kanye West doing that to her. Your album wasn't as good as Beyonce. It threw her off, and now she's pretty much the queen, like Beyonce is the queen. Still has
Beyonce is the queen. Don't be like disrespecting people over here.
But Taylor, just like Beyonce's Beehive, Taylor has her own.
I'm not even a Taylor Swift fan, so.
But I'm just talking about her power.
Yeah.
But so in equivalence to a young lady who had created Abbott Elementary, she's gonna be fine. I think that's why I'm comparing her to Shonda Rhimes. Shonda
Rhimes.
That's her name.
Mm-hmm.
I keep thinking about. There's another person with the name Rhimes. Is a singer. Who am I thinking? Leanne. I'm thinking about Leanne Rhimes when I say Shonda Rhimes. Shonda and Leanne. They go back like big crayons and big coloring books. That's a play cousin. But I think she'll be fine. But what did you think? The backlash and the comments and stuff that I read. They were comparing what Jimmy did at the Emmys to what happened at the Oscars when when Moonlight received the Oscar, but they called the wrong name of the wrong movie, and that whole thing. They showed the clip because Jimmy Kimmel hosted the Oscars that night. And it was like whenever a black person wins something, Jimmy Kimmel needs to be in the spotlight. And I was like, and I looked back at that old clip at the Oscars. I'm like, no, that's a bad comparison. Jimmy wasn't trying to steal the spotlight. The spotlight was on the guy who called the wrong winner, wrong name. Jimmy was trying to help make light of the situation when it was so bad and so awkward. So that wasn't a good comparison. This one was Jimmy doing what he thought was funny, a bad joke. Time. It wasn't. It would have been better if he'd have let her in on the joke.
I agree 100%.
That would have been better, but he didn't. So that's why he needed to apologize. But other than that, let us know if you guys have anything else to share about that. Let us know in the comment section. But we're going to move on to the last topic. If I didn't say it before, usually I have about like a billion topics.
300 topics.
We run down. I'm not going to do it anymore. About 3 topics, and then one. We have a game. I whittled it down to that, and then every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with Sarah Catherine of the Red, the woman who coined the phrase.
Stop it.
Bad Daddy.
Don't like it.
We'll do our rundown rush on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, where her and Bad Daddy, yours truly, will run down one topic. So we're still doing our 10 topics, but we'll break them all down.
Break it down.
So that's right. No super. We're not going to hit our goal for the super chats. So I'm disappointed, you guys. You're not obligated to donate, but I can't promise you that. I'm going to bring my best work. I was going to strip for you guys. I was going to give you guys a strip tease and show you guys the goods.
Didn't know you were getting dinner and a show.
You're about to, well, technically both. The dinner is the show.
Yeah.
But you didn't donate, so sorry, guys. No.
You bring in those dollars.
No 12 pack for you. All right, guys. The last thing that I wanted to talk about was some Reddit posts. Give me a second here. Let me pull those up right here. Every now and then we do like the Reddit reads.
Mm-hmm.
We pull up the what is it called? The Am I the Assholes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This time I didn't. It's not Am I the Asshole? These are just for like advice. So let me pull up the first one.
Dear Abbeys.
Dear, yeah, is that what we're gonna call these?
Dear Abbeys.
That takes me back.
There was Dear Ann and Dear Abby. I think they were sisters.
I haven't heard that in a
Were
long
they?
time.
I think.
All right,
know that.
so because I forgot that I moved the screen, so I'm the only one that can really see them.
Yep.
So I will read these out for you guys. So for the rundown, guys, check out these Reddit reads. Let's get right into it real quick. Okay, from Reddit, here we go. Let's see, interracial dating tab of Reddit. So I guess me and Joel will be able to handle this. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, unless there's some story that you want to tell.
I got stories.
All right. Okay, party on. How do you deal with racist comments in your relationship? Okay.
Yes, they were twin sisters.
Oh, snap. Okay.
I had to look it up because I was like, did I just make that up?
I am black, 23, and my boyfriend, 22, is white. We are in a happy relationship. His family treats me so well. They treated me as one of their daughters. Nevertheless, some close friends have told me that there are some people from my boyfriend's circle in town that are saying racist comments towards me. These comments come from young people and parents. When we started dating, I was expecting those comments. I have dealt with them properly, but every X weeks/months, I hear something new. Unfortunately, it's getting out of hand and it's starting to affect quite a lot, to the point that I don't want to go to his hometown. What should I do in this situation? How do you deal with all that? Any advice out there is helpful. So, in the comment section, send your advice if you have any advice for that. If you have experience in this, how do you deal with it? Let us know in the comment section, or how would you deal with it? Being currently in a since these two people on the screen that you see right now are totally down with the swirl. All right.
Oh my goodness.
I chocolate that milk every night.
Oh my goodness.
Tabitha's over here dying. Let's get her on screen real quick. You okay over there?
No, I've been trying to quietly laugh and it was not happening. Oh my goodness.
So, Joy, since, I forgot to change the lower third this whole time. Oh my God, I got to keep on topic. So, Joy, what do you think about this situation right here? I mean, in our situation, I mean, that hasn't been the situation, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, any time when I was dating or anything like that, when I dated anybody that was outside my race, that's something that's always going to be in the back of the mind. When I first started meeting like your family, or when I introduced you to mine, I was concerned. I mean, my mom is married to a man that's white, so I would have known who would have not had would have been okay with it or not, and whatnot. And I'm not the first black guy you've ever dated. We'll fight about that later. But so you would have known if somebody had a problem with it. By the time you met me, you would have known. But I feel like I would have won them over. But what do you think about, like, is there? I don't know. I've never asked you this question. Is there anybody in your family that you feel like you could not have introduced me to, or would have, for the most part?
So, I had more of that issue when I was a teenager in the town that I grew up in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because it's a very country town.
Mm-hmm.
And even though our town is, the word just left my mind, we're not very diverse. It's like black, white, period. There's not,
Yeah.
that's it. there was still a lot. It's an old town, so there was a lot of old people around who were all like, had little things to say, but I don't live there, so
right.
I haven't in a million years. So
me and Joy grew up in a what's the city called? Willis, right? That's the city.
That's where the kids all went to school their whole life.
And for a little while, me and Joy lived there together. I hated it up there, but I don't mind. I thought about it. I'm like, well, if necessary, we might live there again in the future because there's an opportunity there for us to build. But I didn't like living. I guess I didn't like it because the house that you used to have and whatnot. It wasn't ours. But in the future, we're going to have our own space. But when I first was visiting you in Willis and Willis, Texas, and whatnot, it happened one time. It was funny. There was a truck. Like me and Joy were driving, and we were about to get on 45. I forgot where we were going. There was this truck that pulled by to my left, and I distinctly heard the guy in his windows rolled down and called me the N-word. And I was like, God damn Willis, Texas. I blamed it on the whole city.
The whole city, yeah.
Like, fuck this guy. He's lucky that, lucky I don't get out of the car.
Well, as Natalie calls a lot of the people there.
Natalie, our daughter.
And it's apparently a teen slang term, because I was like, they're what? Yee-yees?
Yee-yees.
Yeah,
Yee-yee?
like country. Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Yee-yees. Yee-yees. Yeah.
I don't know.
They don't really say it anymore, but yeah, that was.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
Yeah.
But
Yee-yees is typically lifted.
Well,
lifted.
As we were talking about the small wiener song.
Yeah.
The truck, and I said, they usually have balls hanging off the
Yes.
back.
Tell me you have a small wiener without telling me.
There's the trailer hitch has some balls hanging off, because we need to make sure everyone knows.
Yeah, and if you get them shiny, then they're rich
I
ones.
What about you, Tabitha? What advice would you give to this person right here? If there's people in his circle, in the family that might have a problem with her being of a different race.
I am of the opinion that your spouse or partner is the person that is going to be your immediate family, and that y'all need to come to a compromise or understanding where neither person is sacrificing their happiness for a situation. And if one person's family is causing something that situations to happen at events, then it either needs to be that it's addressed within the family, or they don't do certain things with those people. They keep their happiness and don't create. There's no sense in, just because someone's your blood does not mean that you have to have them in your lives if they're causing nothing but toxic behavior. And racism is a toxic behavior. And if they don't want to change a toxic behavior, then you need to move on from that person.
She's saying that it doesn't seem to be like his immediate, like his mom or his in-laws.
Yes.
Yes.
It's just a second cousin. We can get rid of him.
People, then
remove them.
Or if you feel that it's friends and stuff in the town, well, then specifically say, have your family come to us instead of us having to go to them, because I don't like to be
around them
in that area.
Yeah.
Because there's just too much going on in that town or wherever they're at. So bring them to us.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, it all, in that situation, it falls more on how he in this situation. I think it's the woman who is the one that's feeling uncomfortable.
Yeah, well, she's the one that's getting the statements
being
being said towards her.
It depends. And now it falls on your spouse and your boyfriend how he responds.
Correct.
He has to to show you where, because if you're in that situation where it's like, well, she's from a different time, then that's not the reality. That's not the space you
That's
need
fine.
to be in.
You don't have to change people. What you can change is you.
Yeah.
So if you are unhappy in that situation and they aren't willing to adjust
or protect you,
or then you remove yourself. You
exactly.
do not. You go, I'm not going to go around this family member. I don't feel safe.
Right.
I'm getting racist remarks. They are not willing to stop or adjust.
And you got to have my back.
And there's boundaries you have to make for your own wellness. And that is, I'm now no longer going to put myself in a situation where I'm going to receive this sort of toxic behavior. So, sorry. And then they can complain why they're not in their lives because they're not willing to adjust themselves to fit into some other people's situation. So, yeah, good riddance.
Nixon said, I had a partner who never met my family because I just knew they'd ideal. Let me see. I think this is not showing me the whole comment section. Hold on one second. Give me a second, Nixon. Let me pull it up here. It's not showing me the whole comment. I had a partner who never met my family because I just knew their ideals would be at odds. Best to keep them separate. She also says, to this day, all parties still adore each other. Fine by me. Yeah, keeping them separate is one thing, but if you know that, I would disassociate. If I had a family member that had a problem with Joy because she was white, I don't need to talk to him. I don't need to. You wouldn't. I guess you better hope I never win the lottery because you're never coming over.
Yeah.
So like that. Yeah. All right. Talk that shit now. But
family is great, and family is family, and that's wonderful. But they are not people. They're not on pedestals that mean that they can do whatever they want to your life. Your spouse is your partner, the person that you are supposed to be moving through life with, and that comes with understanding their needs throughout that relationship. And if you have people disrespecting the person that you are there to move through life with, then you need, and you're not down to protect that partner, you need to you should not address.
It's not only a disrespect to your partner; it's a disrespect to you as well. Because this is your choice. I've chosen this person to be in my life. You're disrespecting me as well.
Correct.
I'm like,
correct.
More importantly though, you gotta be defensive and protect, what's yours and who's in your life, just as well as she should be doing the same for him as he should be doing for her. I would expect if anybody were to say that, Joy would have 100% security to know that if anybody, I don't give a damn who it is, my own mother could say, my mother one time. I don't know if you know, if I ever told you. One time my mom visited and she had our, maybe I shouldn't tell this story because now I'm working on some problems. But God damn it, I better do it now because I already started. Fuck.
Now I'm dying to know the story.
So my mom one time, when she came over, she had our, let's look at Joe over there waiting to find out what the fuck I'm about to say. Joe made spaghetti. And my mom makes spaghetti in a specific way, or used to make it in a certain way for me and my brother that I became used to. It wasn't healthy, and I know that now, but it was delicious. But Joy makes spaghetti in a certain way, and even though it wasn't the way I was used to this or that and the other, I'm appreciative. Joy's a way better cook than I am, and Joy knows whatever she puts in front of me, I'm going to eat it. Anyway.
I might need to slide out.
But when my mom came and visited one day, she was like, she complained about, but Joy wasn't in the room, but she was eating the food and she was complaining about that it wasn't flavored the way she does it and stuff. And I told my mom right there on the spot, I'm like I corrected the behavior, and my mom never did it again. My mom used to make lots of comments and stuff with my mom is not about white or black. Because like I said, my mom's husband is white, it was just she is more protective. Like if no matter what the situation would happen, if me and Joy were ever to have an all-out fight, no matter what, she would default to my side. I could be a serial killer. My mom's gonna have my back.
So what you're saying is you're a mama's boy.
No, I'm not.
This
no,
is
that's
exact,
the thing. I am not. I made sure that there's been multiple times where my mother was in odds with my spouse, and I made sure to let her know that my spouse ranks higher because I'm not a child anymore. And when my mom made that comment about Joy's food, I'm like, you don't have to eat it. But that's not, I told her straight up, it's not polite for you to come over here and say what you're saying about the food. It was basically about, remember, baby, when I told you that I used to put sugar on spaghetti? Yeah.
What are you, the elf?
That's just what my mom did. She put sugar in our spaghetti.
Like in the spaghetti, or she just sprinkled sugar?
The spaghetti was very sweet.
So she like did it like.
And every now and then, you don't know this.
No, you've told me that you put it on there.
I'll still do it it's once in a blue moon because I grew up on it and I was so used to it. You know, when you're a kid, you can burn that off easily. But at my age of over 40, I better not do it anymore.
But you do realize that's literally what the elf does when he makes spaghetti and then he puts all the sugar on it.
Because the spaghetti had no sugar or it wasn't sweet at all, you know, she was like, obviously she's still doing it.
I love me some sweet savory, so I might like this.
She started talking shit about the spaghetti that Joy made, and I told her like, no, don't. I was like, no, don't do that here. You don't do that. Not, like I on the spot corrected my mom's behavior and she never went there.
You created a boundary, and she stuck to it. So kudos to both of y'all.
And that's what you're supposed to do for your spouse, and that's what he or she's supposed to do for you as well.
I'm gonna go make spaghetti now and put sugar on it just to see.
So, but after that, my mom knew not to make those kind of comments in front of me ever again. Because she already knew what it was. Joy's funny about the kitchen anyway. I mean, I'm surprised she lets you walk through her kitchen.
Because she
kills
totally
anybody.
Understood.
Yeah.
She's the one that.
Oh my God! Here we go.
Pulled the ice cubes out and was like, "Who didn't put these?"
I was like, "Who didn't refill them?"
And I was like, "That'd be Chris." And she's like, "Oh yeah, no."
What happened?
Literally the first
ice
time.
cube trays back in with like
no water in them
Yes.
from using them.
I did that?
Yes.
Like
2 ice cubes and the rest is empty.
Yeah, I watched you do it. So I pulled it out of the freezer and went and filled it up. And then put it back in the freezer.
How did this show become how in the hell did 3 women that aren't like my mom, Tabitha, and Joy ganging up on me? Fuck those ice trays. I don't give a damn.
You know what? You can't argue with facts, man. So.
All right, moving on to the next, the last Reddit read real quick before we head out here. This comes from, says, need help, relationship advice. This is a long one. Buckle up, guys.
Oh, God. Here we go.
All right. So I broke up with my ex-boyfriend a few months ago, and we had been together for roughly 3 years. I wanted to break up, but he did not want to. It was one of those things where you've mentally broken up with them, but within months before you actually do it. He was, months? He was kind of blindsided, I guess, but I was happy to be out of the relationship. The night we broke up, I went over to some Tinder guy's house and we hooked up. Somehow we connected so well right away, and I went over again the next night. We started just being friends with benefits and then started hanging out and sleeping over almost every night. We have amazing conversations and so much fun together. He said, "I love you" to me, and I was kind of taken aback and didn't say it back right away because I was unsure. I then started saying it. I don't know if I actually mean it, but I felt bad, I guess. Then he asked me out, and I again reluctantly said yes. Now, don't get me wrong, I really like him, but I don't know if that's just because he's filling a hole.
Because she gave herself no time to heal.
A hole in me and a distraction, or if I really do. Every time my ex and I had taken a break, I was distraught, but this time we officially broke up. I had no care in the world, but I don't know if I actually process the breakup or because I pretty much immediately jumped into another relationship. I was just too preoccupied to be upset about it. I'm kind of freaking out now because I don't know what I should do. I mean, I did just get out of another relationship, and I'm also moving across the country in 4 months. I want to keep spending time with him, but I'm also just getting overwhelmed by it all, and I have no clue what to do about it. Do I end it? Do I just wait for them to fizzle out once I move? I'm not sure.
Why not just have the freaking conversation
Exactly.
you're having
Talk
with
to
Reddit with him? The exact thing that you wrote on the internet.
Does the dude know that you're moving in 4 months? Have you talked to him about anything?
Like, have the conversations.
Have you told him that you just broke up with someone? Like, clue them in on what's going on.
This is all like red flag, red flag, red
Yeah.
flag, red flag.
Yeah.
Like red flag on her, right?
Well, red flag in just general.
Well, she's talking about how Tinder is not known for its great relationships. It's known for its
great.
hookups.
It's known for its great hookups.
Exactly.
The one times. Yeah, like she's just not. She's all confused because she didn't give herself any time to be alone, process what she went through, make sure that's where she was with herself. She went relationship hopping. She either needs to have the conversation with the dude, or she needs to break it off with him and spend some time with herself.
Yeah, because it's not really necessarily about, like she said, this time that she broke up, she felt good, at peace, I guess, with it.
Yeah.
And that's great, because, I mean, at least she knows this time was officially the end with the other guy, but she didn't allow herself a reset point to say, what do I want?
Mhm.
Where am I at?
How am I feeling? Like all that crap.
Yeah, she just jumped right back in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the question is though, was the sex good?
I mean,
Well, that's fine, but
she could have sex with people while she's healing. She doesn't
She
have to
could
be
at least-
celibate.
that's why you have a
Something's not gonna
conversation where
heal.
it's like, look,
Gotta keep
I
them juices going.
need to be alone.
Right.
We can hook up, but I need to be alone.
Yeah, like she just be like,
That's
I
gonna
am
be our
not in a
wedding
place
vows,
to
so-
date.
Yeah.
If you want to be friends with benefits and like keep that boundary, great. Do you have fun? And
Let him know everything. I'm moving.
yeah,
I'm
not
I broke up with
emotionally
someone.
available.
I've got a lot of stuff to work on.
Yeah. If somebody wants to be with someone who's not
We can
emotionally available,
DTF, but,
DTF.
but then I gotta,
I did tell y'all my
Speaking
slogan, right?
about that from experience, have you ever had friends with benefits?
Oh yeah.
What about you?
Yes.
We're gonna fight about that later.
Yeah.
No,
no.
I might have had it too.
So we came up because I hated when my late wife passed away, I hated being called a widow because it just made me feel old. So my friends and I came up with widho. I'm a widho, grieving but DTF.
I'm a widow, but DTF. Wow.
Yeah, so that was my name.
Hashtag widho.
Widho.
Guys, if you're not hitting the super chats for that, Jesus Christ, what the hell are you waiting for? Widho. I've never. That is
It's great, right?
First les business, now widho.
I
Damn.
always feel like these apps and match.
You never
sites,
used Tinder, baby?
Really?
Need to. That was.
Me and Joy met on a website.
A
We
website.
Oh,
were
y'all,
online
yeah,
dating.
y'all met on the
Not a-
website,
but
yeah.
Not an app.
Yeah, okay. No swipes then.
No.
Lots of clicks.
Yeah, like I don't remember what that.
But you had to like
send a
heart
message.
them, right?
You said
Yes,
what?
but it would like send a message, but it wasn't like on your phone like
Yeah.
an app. It was
Yeah.
a website.
Because
They
it's
might have an app now. I don't know, but
probably.
at that time,
Yeah.
it was not a website. I mean,
like
not an app.
it's the same concept. It's just you swipe now.
Yeah.
It's just faster return.
The whole
That's fun.
your page, will be always.
It was almost like Facebook for dating or something like that.
But
It
it's
was
all-
like-
always-
Facebook has that now, right?
Every single one of them will always be like looking for the one or
Yeah,
um,
yeah. It was
ready to
more
settle
serious.
down or whatever, and I'm like,
I'm
why
not,
don't you
and
just
I'm not
be
gonna say the
honest?
name of the website because they're not a sponsor. Speaking of sponsors, this episode of The Rundown is brought to you by,
Scrub caps and more by joy.
and is also brought to you by,
Bay Area Raceway, the sexiest family fun ever.
right. And if you're looking for a house or your apartment, you look at creditrealty.com. Credit Realty. Experience the difference. The difference is experience. That's how you do a goddamn promo, by the way.
I can't even look at you without laughing now.
But I'm like, look, like I don't know. So like, she just needs to be honest, I guess.
She does. She just needs to lay it out there, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not in a position to want
She's
to.
like,
do
I like
this
the
right
hot
now.
D, but I don't think that we're just good for each other. Okay, it's not what you think.
She wants non-committal hot D.
Yeah, she just wants the non-committal hot D.
Yeah.
My God.
People just got to start talking to people. I do not know why everybody is afraid to speak. It makes no sense to me. Just
Well,
open your mouth and say the things.
Like go on this, and like
I almost went
saying,
somewhere.
why make up stories of
I know.
I'm looking for my soulmate. Just say I'm looking at DTF.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a good time because you'd be surprised how many would be like,
Okay,
cool,
that's
let's
great.
do
That works for me.
That's
Yeah.
how Joy.
Instead of
That's how
making
Joy won me.
stories, and then in a few weeks when they're like, so are we together? And they're like, no, I just wanted to hook up. Why didn't you just say that in the first place?
Because and the thing is it literally takes people out of your life then that are just going to create drama. So you're
Yes.
removing drama that is like unnecessary. If people would just communicate, why is it so hard? I don't get it. I'm an over communicator, so it makes no sense to me.
I know, right?
I know.
In the comment section, we got Nixon was like, brought to you by Tito's. Tito's, gonna buy a 6-pack. Pick 7-Up and Tito's for the rundown. What the hell? Oh, wait. Nixon, do you have a spy camera in here? Why does Nixon know your drink of choice? What?
Really? Because you announce
every
it.
single time.
You announce it every time. That's why. Are you losing your memory?
Too much pink juice, I guess. I don't know why I'm tripping so much. Jeez, weird. I don't know. We're not sponsored by these people. Why are we giving them free advertisement?
Nala has
Oh my
come in
goodness.
to moderate.
Oh, the cat?
Oh, yay.
We still have to buy her that other cat. Are we going to go to the pet store
We're
tomorrow?
buying our cat a cat.
I like it.
Let's finish off the comments here. Dyke Monkey.
Monkey money.
Oh,
He had it okay. He's like, it's okay.
my bad. Dyke Money. I read that way too fast, Nixon. Nixon, about to start with follow back. Yeah, you guys, follow back. Follow Nixon. She's funny.
Yeah, see, Nixon's calling you out.
What did I do?
You legit made a sponsor post about the Tito's and the drink. Like you did a reel. It's still posted.
Brain injury survivor. Come on now.
She is. I'm sorry.
Nixon
And she
is-
remembers.
Nixon is one of our coolest followers
That she is.
here, babe. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, baby. If it doesn't work out with us, I'm gonna get turned down by Nixon real soon. Man.
Turn down.
Yeah, because she's a
I was
lesbian.
like, I don't think it's gonna go.
I can convince her. No.
Maybe if you got a wig.
If I got a wig, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Oh God, you got to stop doing that.
Bad daddy.
No.
Let me pull up the soundboard. The bad daddy.
Oh my gosh.
But that's it, guys. That's the rundown, guys. I appreciate you guys for tolerating us for another week. Remember, tomorrow, join us when me and Sarah Catherine the Red. I don't know what topic we're going to talk about yet. We'll figure it out tonight when we do our rundown rush around the lunchtime by 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. I don't know, 2 o'clock Eastern. I don't know. Around that time, you'll see the rundown then as well. And then join us next week. It'll be me, Joy, and Giovanni will join us back on the rundown. We because somebody is you're going out of town or something. You won't be available. Or
No,
something?
I have a previous commitment to an event, so I had to.
Okay, yeah. You know what that means? Yeah, I know what that means. Another channel has hired her, and she's quitting.
No, that's not
This
it
is
at
Amy
all.
Newman all over again. Damn you, John Campia.
No, it's not it at all. No, it just really is an event I already had planned.
Jesus Christ. What the hell is going on? Guys, did we hit our goal? I mean, what are we at as far as the likes? So what are
We have 5 likes.
5 likes? That is so less than 20. Did we get?
You didn't take anything
We got
off.
0 super chats, and I don't know how many new subscribers we got. 0. Wow. Wow.
We'll work on it.
Yep, we'll work on it.
What was that scene in Ghostbusters 2 that I like to bring up a lot? The villain in Ghostbusters 2 when he walked, they were in a museum. They restored paintings. He walked right up to her and he said, "Everything that you are doing is bad. I want you to know this."
Okay.
So,
Okay.
this is your fault.
I figured. I'm used to it.
No, you're not obligated to. I mean, if you subscribe, great. I appreciate it. If not, maybe you're already a subscriber. If you don't, no super chats. I don't care. I mean, that's fine. I fund the channel. Me and Joey, we fund it ourselves. It's fine.
I just cost them money.
Yeah,
I break things.
It's appreciated. If anything that you can help, we're trying to build. We're in a building stage right now. We're changing things up. This is the cast that we have right now. So moving forward, like I said, the rundown on Thursdays, that's the main show. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, it's a little bitty rundown instead of the show that me and Sarah was talking about, her show, and now this. I guess that's not happening anymore. It's the rundown rush that we do on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. On Saturdays, we do the Rant Over show. We haven't done it in a couple of weeks, and we're not going to do it this Saturday again with me and the host of the Rant Over show with Tiffany Castleberry, because we're changing some things up, but it's not because it's canceled or anything like that. It's just this. I just haven't had time because I've been on a rebuilding stage. So look out for that as well. So the network is still on a retooling or rebooting phase right now. But I appreciate you guys for helping us out and joining us. Oh, and also, if we used to do a show where we called it T3 Media's Live, and every week that the rundown has replaced that. But T3 Media's Live will still continue, but that will be like a special event when I can get the whole crew, like the majority of the crew together, me, Joy, Tabitha, Giovanni, Sarah, or Amy, everybody. If we can get a full panel together, those special rare moments, then I will call those the T3 Media's live show, and that's what I'll call those. That will be like maybe a once every blue moon kind of a thing. It won't be weekly anymore. The rundown has taken over that. But let us know what you guys think. Let us share your questions, your comments, your concerns, your conspiracy theories, any topics that you want us to talk about. Share with us right here on the rundown. I appreciate you guys for watching tonight. And starting to my right, Sarah, I almost called you Sarah Catherine the Red. Wow. Tabitha.
What?
Where can people find you online?
I was just waiting to see if you're going to add anything.
He's like, what?
All right, you can find me on Instagram at tabitha.hamilton.18, and then on TikTok as Let's Have Fun 012. Sometimes I don't know my own tagline.
Yeah, she won't be here next week, but in spirit, she's always here. Using the bathroom. Joy, and also with us, Joy. If people want to find you online, where can people find you?
It's Scrub. Now you got me questioning what mine is. Scrub.
Hats and More.
Yes, Scrub Hats and More by Joy.
And guys, if you want to reach out to me, it's Chris W. Fagan or at T3 Medias. I monitor both of those as well. Appreciate you guys in the live chat. And again, check us out on all of our social medias. Like, subscribe, tell all your friends. You know, we're awesome. And until next time, guys, take care of your mental health.
Yes.
Take care of yourself and prepare yourselves at all time. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, send us your chats, your comments, and compliment me because it makes Joy jealous, and I love making her jealous. She does things for me whenever she's in jealous mode, by the way. The hot D, man. She loves it. Till next time, guys. Talking Through the Medias on the Rundown has been brought to you in front of a live studio audience of
The cat.
People who like
Nala the cat.
the Nala the cat. No, I can do better than that. Talking Through the Medias was brought to you in front of a live studio audience of people